Please remember, if you use any of these disable features, please call dispatch because they will give you a phone call to the.
And that's fire dispatch.
That's fire dispatch. So any one of these items, I'll list some of them off. FSS building, bell and strobe bypass. So let's say you wanted to work on the FSS bell and strobe or any part of that, you can bypass it. If you disconnect a wire on the bell, I don't know why you would, but if you do, it will still come out as a trouble, even though this is bypassed.
Yes, in a case of, like, basically we're showing trouble, there's obviously something wrong in the fault. That's not necessary, that's not an alarm, it's only a warning on the panel.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, when an alarm hits, then it's either been activated by pull station,
A smoke,
or a smoke detector on its
or
own.
a sprinkler flow, or
Okay.
That's about all.
And then it will show in red alarm.
It'll show alarm here. It'll show alarm here, and then it'll show which building and where it is. And then there will be a display on here that will tell you exactly where the device has been tripped.
Gotcha. And in any case, we should never reset.
Never reset. No.
Yes.
You can silence the alarm, but you should first locate where the item is. Look on one of the four displays. Locate where the problem is, and if it's just a false alarm, reset it.
Well, this is where this will indicate where it is on the panel itself. Now, in a case of resetting, we should not, because the fire alarm is en route, and that's an automatic.
Let the fire department reset. But
yes, always let the fire department reset. But the thing is, the fire alarm department would be en route if you can isolate it to, say, a fire in a garbage can.
Yeah.
And a fire extinguisher takes care of the process. You can notify the fire department, but again, do not reset it. They have to confirm that it has been cleared and that's why they're the professionals.
But you can silence it.
You can silence it if you can isolate it to just a simple, quick fix with a smoke extinguisher, etc.
Exactly. Yep.
But let them know so when they're en route that they don't have to come full blow fire department lights, etc. They can come with a little bit less anxiety. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay.
What other questions do you have?
Well, we got the fire alarm handle. We don't reset. And supervisory.
So, okay, supervisory is basically generator run, generator fail, sprinkler tree trouble. Those are supervisory.
And does that take effect in the 5-minute zone where the strobes are going?
No. So supervisory is a trouble.
Okay.
Okay, but there's relays. You could call them relays or contactors, and there's latching and non-latching. So the reason if a supervisory comes up, it would be a generator run or a sprinkler trouble or a sprinkler flow.
Right.
Those supervisories, you have to reset the panel.
Okay. And again, that I would direct to maintenance because...
Let maintenance do it, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And the same as a trouble. We need to notify maintenance that there's a trouble sign showing, and they can do the follow-up to contact...
locate the trouble, get it fixed, and the trouble will clear itself once it's fixed.
Right. I mean, in our case with that, we could just silence the panel, and that's where we would silence it. The alarm silence would be in a case where, again, we're going back to avoid an evacuation because of a simple quick fix.
Yeah.
And that would be like with the case where there's a smoldering ashtray that's caught fire.
Yeah, something simple, the toast up on the tower.
Oh, okay.
That they're worried about that.
Right, right.
We'll see in the future how bad it is.
Yeah. Because they have the same annunciator panel we used to have that seemed to speak for itself. But okay, that sounds good. And again, the get to know where your location is of where the incident is, like with a fire, and then where this digital panel comes handy is where it'll isolate you. It'll tell you where the hit has been.
Yeah. So, like a description, I'll give you a description of a pull station. It would first say the building name. So if it was by the front door here,
yes,
it would say terminal building. Then it would say main entrance, or it would give a northwest southeast direction.
Oh my gosh, that's
right?
fantastic. Yeah. But again, just to recap everything, never reset it.
No.
That's up to the fire department. Never press the reset button. Just basically, and again, we go back to the pull stations. If it's been pulled and it's in a full out, what would it be called? A zone 2 or not a zone 2?
Stage 1 and 2.
Yeah, stage 2 fire, then we would use the key. But that's in an extreme case. And that key would basically, at the pull station, keep the alarm in a full, locked in position so that the fire department would come and we would be therefore doing evacuation procedures.
If there was an actual fire, then you just let it ring until the fire department decides whether it's safe or not.
Right.
Yep.
And that's only in extreme cases. So the key doesn't come into effect only in very extreme cases, because the fire alarm.
No, if you, the commissioner, get a strobe and an alarm, then you have 5 minutes to look to see if there's an actual fire.
Gotcha.
And if there is, then you go to stage 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then stage 2 will activate the tower, stage 1.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Okay.
And
put them in alert.
And vice versa.
Right.
Right.
And again, that was one thing I forgot to bring up, and that we heard yesterday as well, and is that there's a 5-minute period. The strobe will go on, and that's the lights on the alarms itself.
Yep.
The bells. There's a strobe above it. That will go. There's a 5-minute period, and that'll give us time within the terminal, because it is separate. These panels are separate in the fire hall as well as maintenance.
Yeah.
They have all their own separate panels.
They do, yeah.
FEC building, maintenance, and the fire hall.
We just monitor them with the new system.
Right, and again, and just let everyone else know here that's listening to this, the fire department gets contacted right away.
Oh,
and
immediately.
Yeah, and they do have the commissioner's security contact number. They can phone us,
Yep.
and therefore we can come and look at the panel and see what's going on.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. All right. And strobe is for 5 minutes, then the alarm will kick in. But that gives us a time to isolate where it is.
And again, you can override it to second stage with a key.
Right. And second stage being full out blown
Yep.
alarm. Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.